मैग्नीशियम और आयरन बर्गर के होते हैं। ये देख, इट इज मैग्नीशियम। प्रोटीन, विटामिन, एंटीऑक्सीडेंट।
दाल बची है?
हाँ हाँ बच्चे।
आटा गूंद दूंगी ना, सुबह दाल वाले परांठे बन जाएंगे। क्या लेके क्या जाएगा फिर? कल तेरा लंच उनके साथ है क्या? या सुबह परांठे बना दूंगी दाल वाली, दही के साथ दाल वाली परांठी इधर से ही खा जाइयो 2, ठीक है?
कैल्शियम, आयरन, मैग्नीशियम, पोटेशियम, प्रोटीन। वन पर 4 ग्राम से सिग्निफिकेंट
मैं
पोस्ट।
चलो अपने साथ कल गुड़गांव, मतलब साउथहैम्पटन नहीं।
तू क्या करेगा?
Hi, is the session started?
कहाँ बैठेगा? क्योंकि मेरे को
Hello.
मैं बीच में आ ही नहीं ना सकता।
Hello.
No, ma'am,
Hello.
not yet. No,
No,
ma'am.
I don't think it has
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello ma'am, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
So let's wait for another 2 minutes. I can see that only 14 participants have joined the call. Then we can start with the session. Okay, so let's start with the session. Today our session is basically, let me check if the recording is in progress. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I hope everybody has, revised what we have done in the previous session. Have you gone through it? Okay, no worries, ma'am, Rama ma'am. It's okay. Yes, no, anything from the participants? Am I audible to all?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So I want every one of you to open the same data set that we were working in the previous session. We will build upon that lab only. Because today's session is also dedicated to Copilot, right? So we'll try to build up upon that lab and we'll see that what all things we can do, right? In addition to what we have done earlier. So you can open the similar sheet that you were working. And I'll also share one lab with you. That lab will help you to follow the session. Last class seemed a bit tough.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought it was easier for you because everything was done by AI tool, right?
So, ma'am, that formulas I wasn't able to, when I was putting in, nothing was coming. I tried many times. So, I don't know what went wrong.
Because I think, the main challenge that you people are facing, and it will also can happen in today's class because, for these type of labs, you should have subscription based model, right? Instead of, because when you are doing copy pasting on another tool, like in this case, your case, Web Copilot. So sometimes while doing copying and pasting, the formats are not clear. Maybe there is some problem, right, with our prompts or other thing, and maybe Copilot is not understand the context, right? So what I, suggest that even if you, just maybe you can follow my sessions, right? You have the recordings, with you for the longer time, and whenever, even if you're a college or any office, if they give you 365 subscription, try to do or try to perform these labs there, right, wherever you get this kind of subscription. And I think that is the main motive of it, that if you have the access to the AI tools, right, it's very important that you should have access of AI tools in order to get benefit out of it. That is what I can say, right? So I think access is very important, and we can obviously guide you that what can work best for you, but a few things needed from your, few requirements or prerequisite that we need from your side as well. So, Web Copilot is an alternative, but obviously it's not a particular solution. Obviously it is helpful as well, but obviously while doing copying, pasting, doing thing here and there, it is difficult for you as well as for the Copilot or any AI tool to understand the context on which you want to work, right? I hope that you understand this thing, right? It's very important, and it's difficult for me as well to work on two different, because I have introduced you to the integrated Copilot, and that is the main way of doing this practical. I'm not supposed to use web Copilot here, but because an alternative, you people don't have subscription, so I have provided you the alternative. But you need to build upon it. Try to get wherever you can get this way out, because I think you people are also going to work on the projects, right? You are also going to use Copilot dashboards. So see if any, I don't know if you people are stay nearby or something, like if you can make group of 3, 4 faculty members and do practical with one subscription for time being or something like that. So that can also work, right? If not for the longer term, but you can take, I think they give you 1 year subscription. So you can check the plans that what is it affordable, or you can also do one thing, because in my organization also we have shared we have one account and we share the subscription amongst 4, 5 people who are working on the content and training of these things. So this can also be done at your end. Try to share account, because it is not very confidential. You are trying to just learn the things, right? Obviously I don't recommend that you do sharing when the things are very confidential, but if you are trying to learn, you can use shared subscription with other colleagues of your or friends who wants to understand these things. Okay. Yes, Sayali ma'am, you have raised your hand.
Yes, ma'am. My question is in the same regarding to I tried with Copilot with PowerPoint presentation to make a PowerPoint presentation. Now, as you just said that maybe it is a case that mine when I started with Word, PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, the icon of Copilot was not visible, which was also been explained in the LinkedIn course that we did. So add on, I went and I checked there whether I can, add this Copilot here. But again, I didn't had the option. Then I added the Chat GPT PPT option, which was AI for chat
Extension, yeah.
extension. Okay, I did that, but again they are asking me for the paid version for this.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
Copilot here with any of this Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, this PPT thing and all. So it is all only the paid version of Copilot will be you
Yeah.
able to use. Okay. So ma'am, can you please share how we can go ahead with this? As you just now said that we need to take a subscription. So please can you share how can we go ahead with that?
So, if you people have, attended the first session that we did on Copilot, I have, provided the difference between Web Copilot and the Copilot that comes with MS 365, right? So, Web Copilot is something that you people are already doing, that you are, opening the chat, means Copilot chat on your through your Gmail. Means, for example, if you just want to open Copilot, just a second. I think the net is a bit slow. Yes. So for example, if I just write copilot .microsoft.com, it will obviously open this, chat for me, because it is giving me option that whether you want to, link this chat with your work account, or are you doing it for your personal, do you want to accept it for your personal account? So maybe, if you don't have this option coming up, whatever option is coming up, for example, if I tell it that I want to access it through work account. So it will automatically link me to the Web Copilot, which has access to my OneDrive and all the things that are associated with MS 365. But in your case, because you people don't have MS 365, you can still, open this thing. If I open one more private window, right? You can still, let me log out from here. So this is something that you can access without any account as well. Means it is just saying that, okay, you can use me. I have not signed up with anything. But for this, you can also use a Gmail account. For example, if you don't have Microsoft account, you can still log in, because otherwise it will keep on asking you, verify you as a human and all. So in order to avoid that, you can still log in through Gmail account, and you can do things like create, you can put a prompt as we were doing in the last class, that, okay, this is my Excel data set, provide me analysis or provide me formula, whatever question you have, you can ask from this web copilot. But this is the simple ChatGPT kind of thing, I can tell you. It is not for specific purpose. So while you are doing the thing, for example, if you want to, ask Copilot through this chat to give you a formula to, for example, calculate the attendance percentage, you need to provide the entire context, that which are the columns that you are working on, what kind of data set that you have. If you're not very clear with your prompt, it will not able to generate a valid answer for you. So otherwise, you can still upload your data set from here, and you can tell, for example, you can just upload the Excel data set from here, and you can tell it, provide analysis for me. So let's try that as well. I think that should work. Let me, just show you that whether it works or not, right? So this is the data set I have. Let me also check from my download. This is something, right? The similar file that we have worked in the last session. So let me see that whether it gives me, I'll just ask me that help me. See, this happened when I don't sign in, it will automatically again and again it will ask me to verify. And this is kind of a distracting and, annoying thing that happened to us. So let's say help me with the analysis on student data based on sheet 2 of my uploaded Excel, let's say, right? So it will obviously give you the things, whatever it has the capacity, as ChatGPT does, right? You have provided the file, it will give you the analysis and all. But the thing is that it is not happening, in your Excel. Right, it may generate things for you, but it will not work on the current Excel, right? It can give you the things that, okay, for example, if I ask him that would you provide me, okay, let me just ask, would you or could you provide me the list of formulas required to calculate the KPIs for this data set, something like that, right? So let's see, what does it understand? So it has given me all the things. Okay, so whatever is basically whatever is is valuable for me, I can copy and I can go, I can go on my Excel like here, and I can put the formulas here and calculate. The thing is that the things are happening here, it is giving you the answer, but you still need to copy, do the things in your Excel, and you can able to generate the result. So it is helping you in a way, it is not like that you are not getting anything, but it is still basically, it's you need to be very, particular that what you want, your prompt should be very fine, and you need to give the context to your Copilot. But the only difference it is, it doesn't have the, it is not doing things on your current Excel. It can answer you based on your data set, but it cannot modify the current Excel for you. Did you get the point? You can do things, but yeah, this is a limitation. Okay, you can copy paste the things and all, but it may sometime, last time it was happening that due to formats or something, it was not able to do the things quickly. So for your question, yes, you can use a free version of Web Copilot, but it will not be integrated with your, Excel or any presentation thing. You can give the reference, but you still need to do very manual efforts here. So it is signed in, that is why it is showing the Copilot version. So anyway, so the thing is that it will not be linked or integrated to your MS 365 apps. It can be Excel, Word, presentation, or any other app, Outlook. Because right now with subscription, you have Copilot integrated with your emails as well, right? For example, if I am using Outlook for my work account, so whenever I was receiving and whenever I receive an email, it asks me that, do you want to summarize your email using Copilot? Do you want to, write your email using Copilot? So I need not to go to another platform on web. I just do it while I was, on that application, whether any application of MS. So it is obviously applicable for all the MS 365 applications. Okay. And today I was, today there is one option that was coming. I don't think it is not reflecting right now for me, but it was coming that maybe in 1 or 2 days, it will also show all the applications. Okay, it will ask me to. I'll do it later. But on the, on the top bar of the Web Copilot, if I have the subscription, it will also give me the options of all the application, words, Excel. So I can just go, select the application from the Web Copilot as well. So if you want the Copilot to be integrated in your all the application of Microsoft that you use, you need to have the paid version for that. And how to do that? There is an option that comes when you are using Web Copilot to upgrade it. So when you click on upgrade option, it will give you the plan. So whatever suits you best, you can take that obviously subscription. I hope that you understood my point, right? So yeah, this is the limitation that you will have. But yes, still, I'm not saying that you will not able to do anything. Yeah, you need to be little conscious while working with Web Copilot because it doesn't have the entire context of your file or whatever you are trying to do. So if you're copying, pasting the thing from there, do not think that you will get the direct result. You need to work alongside with it, right? You need to be very conscious that whether the things that you are doing, whether it is right or wrong. So that is why I always say that do not blindly do the things while you are using any AI tool, right? Okay, so I recommend that if you know each other, or maybe I don't know, or maybe in your at your workplace as well, for personal learning, if you can do it, maybe for like some time, try to do it. Right, sometime we need to spend. I think we need to spend some money if we want to learn something, because nowadays these things are happening, right? It's not only about the work things, for personal learning as well, right? There are so many things that we can do right now with the AI tools. And I do not recommend that you do your office work through these tools if your office doesn't allow that. But my job here, because we have planned the sessions for you in our recordings, that we try to tell you that how you people can increase the productivity using AI tool. So it is obviously only your choice whether you want to integrate into your office work or personal work, whether your organization allow it or not. You need to take a call. I am here just to guide you that what you can do to increase the productivity at the workplace or at the personal life. Or you can obviously surely after 3-4 years, I think it will be integrated in every office, because it is a part of our life now. So yeah, it's same thing, right? As when computers were people were shifted from manuals to manual work to computer, right? They find it very fearful that whether we should use computers or not. But right now everybody needs to have computer and laptop with them, right? Because it's a part of our life. I think it will happen with these tools as well. So if you're early to understand these things, that's, you are lucky, right? You understand the things and you can apply whenever you get the chance. Are we clear? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today, if I will be showing you few things, I think that you people remember that I told you in the previous time that try to create a dashboard, using the Copilot, right? Because, considering that this dashboard thing is little difficult to do on web, copying and pasting the thing. If you do not have integrated Copilot, what you can do, you can follow my lab, right? You can obviously see what is happening. You can use a similar prompt. You can put in the web Copilot that whether the similar results are happening or not, right? And what I recommend you is that do not think that it is difficult. Try to do things whatever you are able to grasp in the lab. But only thing that you need to do, you need to go back to your home. You understand that okay, these prompts are working for me. I need these things. Please give 2 hours or whatever time you have to solve this lab using web Copilot if you are not able to use the integrated one. So I think for Aisha ma'am and everyone, I think in that way you will not able to find it difficult. Only thing that you people are doing right now, what I can observe, is you are just listening during the session and you're forgetting about it after the session. And then you think that, okay, oh, what is happening, right? In 1.5 hours, nobody is going to understand, so many things. So take these sessions as a guidance tool. But the thing is that you need to go home, try different problem statements, understand that, okay, this is the thing that I understood during the class. Let me try it on different data set or let me build upon it, right? So you need to work hard at least during the internship time or fellowship time. Okay. So try this. I think you will be able to achieve, so many things if you practice. I'll share one lab with you that we are going to follow today. Okay. The lab is basically a template. The prompts can be changed as we go about the lab. But yeah, this is the reference that you can follow. So Rekha ma'am, why you have written copyright violation about what? Like I didn't understand. Like when you are using AI tool at your work, is it?
No,
For
ma'am.
that?
When we are sharing the account, then it is a copyright violation.
Yeah. So that is what I'm saying. Just use it for learning. Don't use it for like, extra confidential or office work. And you need to share your account whom you trust, right? Maybe at home as well, you can share the account with your kids or, whosoever is in this line. Okay, great. You can open this lab, right? You can download this lab. Do not edit here. I think I have only given you viewing right. So basically today what we are going to do, today's topic is Copilot for reports and insight, but somehow we also covered few things in the previous session. So what we are trying to do, we are not going to change the dataset today. We are trying to understand more thing about that dataset only and try to build upon that. So first thing that I would be doing today is I will be working with the dashboard design. So it is asking me, as per this lab, if you understand that we need to have one data set from the previous session, weekly progress data set, right? And we have already calculated this column. If you remember, right? We have attendance percentage, attendance status, skill improvement, and performance status, right? Okay.
Ma'am, it will be better if we can download this file.
Which one? Yes, download the file, please. Yeah.
Ma'am, it is not downloadable, I think.
I'm not able to download it. It should.
It is, ma'am. We are able to download it.
Just click on these three dots at the end and you will get the option of downloading the file.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No worries. So, you already have this data set. Last time you worked upon it, right? And with the help of Copilot only, just forget about this right now, attendance band. Except this column, we have attendance percentage, attendance status, we do have skill improvement, and we have performance status, right? These formulas we try to get from the Copilot only, and on the basis of that we got this addition to our previous initial data set that we have. And this data set is in the form of the table. So we have this table and we have all these columns with us. So as per this lab, we have this columns already with us. Now what we need to do, we will be opening this and verifying that do we have all the columns. So we have just verified that we have all the columns with us from the previous lab, right? And now we will try to convert it into the dashboard, right? So what you need to do, right? One thing or warning I can give you, when you are asking Copilot a different, the problem will be same, but maybe it may give you some different answer, because I have already worked on the similar account with the same data set. So maybe it may give me detailed analysis or detailed answer. Maybe it is limited at your end, and I'm assuming that all of you are using web Copilot, right? And to help you, what you can do, you can upload your file, as I've shown you, when we were discussing about that, how you can do the analysis. You can upload your file into web Copilot, and I think in that way it will understand and get the context. So you can open the Copilot web chat, and you can upload your Excel from add files and images. You can take this file and upload it on your this, right? I have logged out from here, but no worries. I hope that you got the point, right? Before writing the prompts, upload the file and then write the prompt. Did you get the point? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, because when you are uploading your dataset or file, it will understand the context much, right? Instead of just telling it to do like that. Let me log in again. I have logged out from all the things.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry, I had a call. So please, can you repeat what we have discussed just now with the prompt and to log in?
Yeah, I was discussing that you already have Excel file, right? In which we have calculated the attendance percentages and everything, whatever we did in the last session. Open your web Copilot and upload the file using the option. You get the option of plus sign. There is an option of add file, right? Upload that Excel previous file so that it get the context before writing any prompt. Yeah. So from here, you can add your content. In this lab, you need to upload the file. So you can click on upload images and files, and you can upload your Excel file from the previous session. Okay. Now, after uploading the Excel file, I will be doing, it's very important for me to do here, because our aim is to show you the integrated Copilot, just to tell you that how you can use AI tool. But please ensure that you are also performing side by side on the web Copilot. Wherever you don't understand, let me know. I will try to help you there. Okay. So we have this, we have this data set from the previous lab, and the first prompt that I would want you to write is regarding the dashboard only, right? So I'll ask my Copilot, suggest a dashboard layout to monitor student attendance and performance risk using this data set, that you have just uploaded, right? So this is the prompt that you can write after uploading your file. So it should give you some, meaningful answer that what kind of data set or what kind of dashboard you can create. Because our problem statement here is to understand our students' weekly progress based on the attendance and the skill status. Okay. So let me also enter this prompt. You can also enter the prompt and see what is happening at your end. Okay. So how many of you have done with writing prompt? You just give me thumbs up
Yes,
so that I
ma'am.
can move to the next step. Okay. Now, I hope that you are also getting some answer like this. Let me also upload the file, see what is the thing that you are getting at your end. Okay, till the time it is working, let me come here. So here it is telling me that, okay, it is giving me layout. In short, it is giving me layout for the dashboard that I can build on Excel or Power BI as well. Power BI we are not covering today, so we'll perform the things on Excel to monitor student attendance and performance risk using Excel field in your weekly progress. So it is referring to this, okay? Attendance percentage and all the columns that mentioned. Now it is giving me the dashboard structure. It is telling me that you need to create one screen layout, because dashboard, we understand that we need to create dashboard on one kind of a file, right? And it is giving me on a glance, if I can see, it has given me some action points, right? So let us understand that what is trying to say. So it is trying to say that, okay, if you're trying to create a dashboard, first you need header, right? Header means in which you can put a title for your dashboard, and you can also put slicers, right? If you want to apply some filters. How many of you remember the use of slicer from the previous Excel class? How many of you remember the slicer functioning? It acts like a filter, right? If we need to select few things, so slicer is like a filter for us, right? We have already worked with it when we were creating the slicer in the previous lab, when we are working without Copilot. So it is giving me that, okay, on the top you can have title of your dashboard and slicer filter. So if I just open my another sheet, so I'll try to write the structure it is providing to me. So it is asking me that you can put, and you can also do the similar thing that I am doing. You can keep your title at the header, and you can keep the slicer at the top, on the top itself. So slicer will decide what kind of slicer we need later. And then in the after that we have title and slicer, right? It is telling me all the things. And it is also telling me that at least you should have two slices, performance status and attendance point. So we'll see that later. And then in the second row, means after this section, for example, we have kept the title and slicer in this section. Now in the next section of our dashboard, it is telling me that you need to keep that section for KPIs. Okay. So next section will be dedicated to KPIs. So in KPIs, I can keep KPIs like 4 to 6 KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicator that at a glance, it gives the picture of the data that what is happening, right? KPIs can be class size, means what is the strength of the students in our class, average attendance, who are eligible, who are not eligible, or eligible students, high risk count, how many students comes under high risk, and average skill score. What is the average skill score? So you can, it's not mandatory that you need to keep all the KPIs. It is suggesting, it is up to your objective that what KPIs you need to keep. So for example, if I don't want to keep eligible student, right, so I can skip that as well, right? So it is up to me that which KPIs I want to keep and which KPIs I don't want to keep, right? And it is optional, telling me that you can also keep percentage of high risk students, right? So it is optional, so you can decide whether you want to keep or not. So for example, at least for now, let's keep these KPIs and we'll calculate it one by one. average attendance. You can also, start writing it so that you understand that how your dashboard will look like after the end, in the end. So I'm just, for now, I'm keeping all the KPIs that it is suggesting, except the optional one. And later on, maybe if I don't find it, suitable or not required, I can delete that KPI as well. Yeah, so these are the KPIs for now. So first is title and slicer. First section is title and slicer, and then we have KPI section. Now it is also giving me some tip, right? That if you remember, we have already discussed it, that whenever anything that is feeling comfortable or okay, that can be denoted by green color. If anything that is basically into the transition phase, means student can slip to the non-eligible category. Maybe a student has 67% attendance and our threshold is 75% attendance. So or maybe student has 78% attendance and threshold is 75% attendance. We need to watch that student, that student should be consistent and should not slip to the non-eligible category. So if you're watching something, if you are taking care of any student attendance, that can be denoted by amber color, and the student who comes under high risk should be denoted by red color. So these are the color connotation you can use. Then in the next section, it is telling you can put the charts. If you open your lab, it is also, providing this kind of things, KPIs, charts, intervention, and slicer, right? So all the things it is also giving us. So it is telling that, okay, in the middle left, it is also giving me the positioning that in the middle left, you can also put a section on risk overview. Sorry. Where you can use the charts, right? Visual presentation. So for example, here, somebody, just keep this section for the charts maybe, right? In which we can put, we can use bar chart, we can use column chart, we can use chart for the performance status, and we can use chart for the attendance status as well. Okay, then it is telling me that, okay, this side you can put charts and this side you can put risk drivers. Like if any other chart that you want to put, like scatter plot or any other chart, right? That depends on you. If you don't want to keep that, you can just keep the column charts and you can do move on, right? And then in the bottom, means in the end, you need to have the action panel. If you remember, in the last dashboard, we also have a in the bottom, we also have a section for insights and decision, right? So you can have action panel that in which you can tell whosoever is looking at the, for example, if this dashboard is for the trainer, you can tell them, who all are at the risk, who all students are at the risk. You can give the student name, attendance percentage, or anything, whatever is necessary. So that just looking at the action panel, they understand that, okay, this student requires the intervention and we need to work on that student. Okay. And you can provide the suggestive actions as well, that, okay, if the student is, below 60%, then we need to, it has just provided the action based on the different threshold, below 60%, between 60 to 75%, or greater than 75%. And then it is giving me other things, but let's not go very beyond. It has given me so many things, right? So right now I have, got some idea that, okay, what kind of dashboard I want. I want, the dashboard in which I will keep some KPIs, I will keep some visual presentation, I will keep some insights and decisions. Okay. Did you also getting this kind of, did you understand that what I am trying to tell you, right? I think you are also getting the similar kind of things right here at the web chat. Did we understood from here?
Madam?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Actually,
Kavita
I
ma'am.
want, yes. I'm Mayura, madam.
Yes,
Uh,
Mayura ma'am.
yes. Madam, what is the exactly function of the slicer?
Slicer is like a filter, right? So basically, for example, if you have a chart that is showing all the students, right? And if you want to just, for example, we have 20 students, right? And for example, you are presenting your dashboard to your external stakeholders, and that stakeholder is telling you that do not show me the data for all the students, just show me the data for the student who are below the 60% or 70% range of attendance. So with the slicer, you can select that portion that, okay, I want to see only these students who are falling below 75. So your dashboard will only show that data. So it's acts like a filter on your data. So whatever you want to show, you can show that. Yeah.
We can put a slicer anywhere.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
put slicer, but for that you need pivots and all. Yeah.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
tell
Yes.
you that. I think we have already covered that. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, no worries. So this is the, we got the layout. We got the layout. Then what is the next thing that as per my lab is telling me? That okay, you got the layout, and then you can start working first on the KPI cards. Okay, so in KPIs we have 5 to 6 KPI. Here we have only written 3 KPIs, but what I can tell, I can ask my Copilot that okay, whatever KPIs that you have suggested, provide me the formula to provide with the formula to calculate those KPIs. Means if I want the result for class size, average attendance, eligible high risk student or average risk student, could you provide the formulas for all the KPIs? So let me just ask Copilot suggest formulas to calculate KPI matrix for this dataset. And I can also give you the prompt here in the chat. You can also apply this, work with this prompt. So let's see what happens. Okay, so there is one thing that if you people are understanding, here it is doing the things based on the range, right? I want it to work on the table, not on the range, because our data set is already in the form of table and we can use the column names. I request everyone to be on mute because this is the session that need attention. Please be on mute. Okay, so because our dataset is already in the form of table, and I want that even if my location of my column changes, my formula should not change. In that case, if we remember, in that case, what we used to do, we used to provide the column name instead of range of the data, right? So that is the whole sole purpose, that if you're working with the table and assign column names in your formula, even if the location of that column changes, it will not change the output for you. So it will not get confused, right? So let's see that whether it has also given me the formulas that I can apply on my table, and I think it has given me the next option is that what is the best practice. It is telling me that okay, it is telling me that okay, I can see that you have something on your worksheet, right? Like this data, but it is not very clear that whether it is in the tabular form or normal data set. So it is telling me that if you don't have the table, you can convert that first to the table. So we already have the table. I think we have already done it in the previous session. So you can just click anywhere in the data and you can insert the table and it will create the table for you, right? And once you have the table, you can basically use, because it helps us to make, create cleaner formulas with the help of table as compared to the range wise. So now let me go back to my KPIs, right? First of all, class size, let me see that whether it has given me any formula for the class size. No, it has given me the formula to calculate the average attendance. So let's start with the average attendance. I'll just copy this formula, okay, from here. And I can put it here. Okay, but you need to understand that I think for us, the table name is different. It's not table 1. So what was the table name? It was TBL progress, maybe it is students or anything. I think I have created the new sheet, that is why I have changed the table name. But whatever the table name you have, you need to give the reference here for that table. That from this table, fetch the attendance percentage and calculate the average. This is the formula that it has created. Then go to this table, go to attendance percentage column and find out the average percentage for this KPI. So it has given me the average percentage. I can convert it into percentage by just clicking on this percentage option. Okay. Now the next formula it has given me regarding the high risk students. So I need to go here. First of all, let's go formula by formula. It may be different from you for you, but I'll also paste these formulas in your chat. In case you are not getting the things, you can still follow. Okay, so the formula to calculate the high risk, it is what it is trying to do. What formula it has given me, that okay, if you want to count the student who are at the high risk, what you can do, you can use this formula. So as per this formula, it will first locate the table. For us, table is this. It will go to the performance status, that is this column, and it will calculate the students who are at high risk. So it will basically calculate the rows which are highlighted with the high risk. It will give me the count of highlighted students. Okay, so let's go back to our KPIs high risk count, and let me take this formula. With the help of Copilot, we have this formula. Let's copy this formula, put it here, and rename the table name. I think that is TBL progress, if I'm right. So yeah, so it is working for us, right? So now we have two KPIs, average attendance, and we have high risk count. Now let's see that what, so it has not given me other formulas. So I'll ask him that, okay, give me the formulas to count class size. Eventually it's obviously 20, but if you add on new rows, your class size will also change, right? So I'll ask him that please give me, formulas based on tabular format for all the KPIs, right? So I have also given the reference that, okay, my table name is TBL progress. You can also write the similar prompt for you if it is not working for you. Let's see whether it works for us or not. Till the time it is thinking, are you getting the point? Anybody who is feeling that, okay, I'm not getting anything, everything is going out of my mind or something like that? Are you getting the point? What is happening here? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Aisha ma'am, Sayali ma'am, you people were facing some issues. Is it working for you now?
Yeah, ma'am, little.
Do you think that it is still easier than creating formula by ourselves that we were doing like in traditional Excel? Do you think that it is little bit easier or tougher? If
Ma'am,
it is,
easy
Yeah,
or
it's
tough is
difficult.
not. I think it's an alternate that we can make over here with,
huh.
previously that we used to create, but both have its own process. For me, and
Hmm.
doing for the first time, I can see both have the same type of a process that I have to go through. Also with the help of Copilot.
Yeah, here I think one thing is that you need not to remember so many things. I think that the only thing is that if you're clear with whatever you want, if you're clear with your question, right, it's how do you communicate with the AI tool. If you clear that, okay, I want to calculate these KPIs, or if I know that, okay, if I want to create a dashboard, this all things I needed, you get suggestion from Copilot, but still your intervention is very important. If you don't understand that why are you creating this dashboard at the first point, what is the benefit of using Copilot? So if you are able to communicate well with AI tools, I think there you will increase your productivity automatically. or in traditional Excel, yes, you need to, cram things. You need to understand that, okay, if I need to count the thing, which formula I need to use, if I need to sum the things, what needs to be done. But here Copilot is giving you at least, the way that, okay, this is how you can go. Still, intervention from your side is very important. So do not blindly follow anything that is coming here. Okay, now it is giving me the formulas for all the KPIs. Okay,
Ma'am?
for class size. Yes,
Um,
yes, ma'am.
Only thing I just want to understand that when we are putting that formula on another sheet, so how it's going to work?
Like what? If
Like
your
what
rows are, yeah.
someone is saying something?
No, I was asking. Yeah, you can complete your question, ma'am. Preeti, ma'am.
Actually, I'm trying to work on this. Like I'm understanding what's going on. Okay, but when I'm trying to do it practical, hands-on, so how we are going to do this? Like if we want to calculate the percentage, if I'm putting the formula on the second sheet from that prompt which I have get, so how it will work, how it will calculate, that I want to understand.
Because because when you are saying that this is your data set, right? And on the basis of this data set only, we are creating the dashboard. So for our dashboard, it needs some data that we have here, right? And this data is in the form of table for us. So whenever you are creating a formula, for example, if I'm creating a formula to calculate a class size for me, and I told Copilot that, okay, I have a data that is in the tabular format, and the table of that name of that table is this, and it can be anything, right? For me, it is table progress. So you find out that table in my sheet because I have already mentioned it. Then my table name is table progress. You find out the table, this is the prompt that I have used. Go to the table progress, and give me the formulas for all the KPIs that it mentioned, right? That you can basically create these KPIs, class size and all. So now it understood that, okay, it needs to take reference from this table. It needs to find out all the columns. The first KPI is basically the class size. So it knows, in order to count the number of students from this table, which formula it can use. So it knows that if it needs to find out the number of student, it needs to use this formula that is written here, right? And if you can see this formula very carefully, what is trying to do, it is using a formula called rows, in which it is taking the reference of your table, that is this table. It is going to a table, and then student name, that is this column, and it is just calculating the number of rows that it has. So if it is calculating the number of rows, it means eventually that is the number of students that you have, right? So formulas are just used to it is used, we need to give reference in the formula that, okay, this is the table, this is the column, and this is the thing that I want to do. Do I want to just count the things? Do I want to sum up the thing? Do I want to find the average? Whatever. So every formula will have their different purpose. Okay. So if your KPI is to find out the class size, so you just need to count the number of students, and that is what this formula is doing. So if you put this formula here, for example, if I'm putting this formula here, even if this is in another sheet, but it's the same workbook that you are working, right? So it will go to the, it understand that, okay, it will find out the sheet of the data set. It will say that, okay, this table is present in this sheet. It will go to this column and found out the number of rows. And that is the result that I got here. Even if you change, this column from A to D, but name will be the same, right? Until your table name and column name is same, your data will keep on updating as it is. Means if you increase the number of student, it will automatically update in your dashboard, because formula is applied for the entire range of your table.
Ma'am,
So you are, yeah,
can you do this with the web Copilot?
yeah, you can. Are you not working on web? So
I'm
see,
working
I
on
have,
web.
yeah. So did you not get the formula?
I have get the formula, but it's not working.
Like what formula it has given to you?
Uh, Average attendance formula is there. Low
Yeah.
attendance count is there. Perfect attendance rate is there. Many formulas are there.
Okay.
So I was just applying one formula in my sheet. So it's like not
Ma'am, were you
working.
present in the previous session?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I was there.
And this was what we have done in the previous session, right? Generate the formulas on the
Yes.
web Copilot and put it in the
Yes.
sheet.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The similar
I
thing we
have
are doing
done.
today. Yeah.
Yes, we are
But no,
doing, but
huh.
there is a difference, na, that time we were working on the same sheet. Here we are putting formula on another sheet. So
But no, so
I
there
don't
is
know.
how it is not different because still you people are giving it the reference that okay, even the sheet is different, but workbook is same, right? The same workbook. You are just keeping on adding the sheet. And when you're applying the formula, you are not giving any range. You are giving the table name here. So it will automatically go back to the table, check the column and calculate the. So whatever the formula for, even if you are applying the formula here, or if you are applying the formula here, it will not make a difference because you are giving the reference that on which range I want to apply the formula. So if I'm saying the table progress, it knows that this is the range where I want to, this is the table on which I want to apply the formula, whether it is in the different sheet. So for example, if I put this formula here, the same formula, okay, so it will still give me answer. This in the same sheet and this in the different sheet. So your workbook is same. So Excel has the capacity to, identify the references along the workbook. Okay. So that is what I'm
Okay.
trying to say. And even if you are okay, I incompleted my. Okay. So here it is, let me rewrite the prompt because I have not given it proper prompt. Okay, so it is giving me, instead of rows, it is using count a method. So that is what I'm saying. The things, let's use this formula now. Let's see what happens. So you can use count method as well. You can use rows method as well, but we can practically use that and see whether it is working for us or not. Okay, so I'll put this formula here. It is still giving me the similar answer. If you put the formula here, in the differentiate, it will still give me answer. So yes, the things can work through web Copilot as well. The thing is how you are asking, which prompt you are using. Preeti ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. I will
Did
try
you?
to do it.
Yes, please, don't, I think you people are just, just do it slowly. At least work with one prompt. If it is not working, say what is, what is the problem. I've also given me the similar prompt that I have provided on the web Copilot. You can, if your table name is table progress, you can give this name. If your table name is different, you can change the table name. You need to use, please use the conscious, right? Use to see that, okay, what are we asking? I think the main thing is question. What are you asking to your AI? So are we clear till now, everyone? Quick, yes, no. Any other question for
Yes, ma'am.
another 2 minutes? So can I move to the next part? Okay. So now we have the class size. We have the average attendance and we have the high risk count. So what is left? Eligible and average skill score. So let's see. Okay, we have this average attendance as well. Average attendance. Okay, we have counted this. And now let's count this KPI, eligible students, right, based on the attendance. So it has created this formula for me. Based on attendance, who are the eligible students? So our threshold was 75%. The students who were basically having attendance equal to or greater than 75%, they are eligible students. So it has counted that for us, right? You can also add not eligible students, so let it be, let's not add it. And high risk count, we have already created this. And what less left? I think we have done with everything, right? Average skill score. This is the average skill score. So, I have this formula. I can still click on add to cell. It will automatically add this formula, or you can copy the formula and you can, find out the average skill score. So what it has done, it has taken the reference of table that we have created that has our data set. It has gone to the skill score and see that what is the average skill score that students are getting. So this is the skill score. So if I click on this column, so average skill score is 7.05. The similar answer we are getting from the formula as well. Okay. So just understand, and whenever you're applying any formula, try to understand that formula as well. I think that will answer so many questions for you. Okay. So this we have done. Now let's go back to the charts quickly. So what our lab says in the next section, we need to create the charts. So prompt is, this is the prompt that we can use, right? And we are trying to use, we are trying to create a chart that shows attendance percentage distribution. But I think in your case, what is the thing that you are missing in your data set? Please concentrate here. This column, F column, is not here. So you can include one column, you can insert a column. For example, if you can click on E column, right? Right click here and click on insert a column. 1 second. Is it not giving me? Okay. So I think it's not, something is happening with my right click. So you can click on E cell, E column, and you can just go to the, it is saying insert sheet. There is some problem with it. Are you getting? While you need to click on this E cell. Yes, now it is coming. And you need to just click on insert one column right? So you will get another column here and you need to rename it attendance band. So this column we need because we want to see the attendance distribution. I'll tell you that why we need this. So right now, in order to just work with different individual values, we'll try to divide the attendance range into the different bands. Okay, so we'll create the different bands. I will give you this formula. You can apply this formula at your end as well after inserting the column. This is the formula. You can also ask Copilot to generate that, but in order to just save the time, you can use this formula. So what is happening as per this formula? What we are trying to say that it will see that in attendance percentage, it will apply few conditions. So it will see this basically wherever it will see the attendance is less than 60%. So it will add that student in the range of less than 60%, right? Then it will work on the next condition. Wherever the students have attendance less than 75%, it will create a band of 60 to 74, and less than 90%, 70 to 89, and more than 90 to 100. So basically what we are trying to do, we are trying to put student in the bands, because it becomes easier for us to see the distribution of attendance in that case, right? So you need to just copy the formula that has given to you, that I have given to you, and you need to paste it in your F column. And when press enter, you will get the range for all the students. The student whose attendance is greater than 90, they will come into 90 to 100% of range. Similarly for other bands as well. And the students who are having less than 60, they will automatically come under the threshold of 60%. So means that we can also, maybe differs from your every case to case. Maybe the students for me who are having less than 60%, maybe they will not getting eligibility, or maybe they are at higher risk than any other students, right? So that is why it is very important to check the means it easier also to understand the attendance distribution for us visually. So once we get this attendance band, we can go to the dashboard side, and we can go to our lab and see that, okay, now I have attendance distribution column. Now I can ask my Copilot to create a chart showing attendance percentage distribution. Okay, so I have multiple sheets opened here. Yeah, I'll open the Copilot. And I put my prompt here. Prompt to create a chart showing attendance percentage distribution. Okay, and here we are asking it to create a chart. So let's first of all see that what it does, whether it create a chart for us or whether it gives us instruction. It is still thinking. So what do you think that in order to create a chart, if we don't use Copilot, what should be the method that we can use? If you remember from the previous session. Yes, ma'am, it is right. Attendance band, it is right. But it should be better if you have added this attendance band right to the attendance percentage, not left. For better understand the data set. What do you think that what is the right approach to create a chart? You remember from the last session how we were used to create a chart? You remember pivot tables? Yes, no? Why you people are so silent? I sometimes feel that this is for me, the class is for me. How many of you remember pivot tables? You can raise your hand. Even if you don't remember, if you don't know how to create it, at least you remember the name.
Yes, ma'am, we remember that.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for your response, but our Copilot is taking too much of time. Okay,
Ma'am,
but
the only thing is that we need to find the softwares and other things. No, that is why we all are little stressed. I would rather say nothing much.
don't
Ji.
get stressed. You have these recordings lifelong with you. So why are you stressed?
Like if you want to
Whenever
if you want to use the Copilot or anything else, we have to buy or purchase or something like that. No, otherwise it won't be the right way of using it. So that's the another thing which maybe other participants must all be or must also be thinking. Maybe, ma'am.
I can understand that, but ma'am, what as I said, right? Whenever any new thing happen, people hesitate, right? Maybe organization
Yes, ma'am.
hesitates to, provide the
Yes, ma'am.
access and all. But if you know that how to work with it and it becomes part of your organization, you will be pro, right? Because you already
Yes,
know the things. So
yes,
let's
ma'am.
wait
I
for
do.
some time. Let's not get into panic. Let's do whatever is happening, be in the present, and we can do positive things, right? And
Yes,
some
yes, yes.
everything, just keep everything aside right now. Just try to
Right,
understand. Don't worry about anything.
right, ma'am. Right.
Okay, so I think Copilot has created a chart for us. Oh, wow. It has created pretty much good chart. Okay, so but the thing is that it has created a chart for me, but it is telling me, do you want it to add to a new sheet? Okay. So, okay, first of all, let me just, try to add this chart only, but I'll also show you one more way that why don't I want to use this? Because when you automatically use the chart created by Copilot, it comes in the form of image. Means you cannot do any modification on this chart. It is an image, it is not interactive chart, right? So what I can tell, in order to make chart that is interactive, means I can modify that chart whenever required. Instead of asking Copilot to create a chart, I can ask a question in a different way, that suggest a way to to create a chart showing this. So just you can ask for the suggestion, and now let's say how the response differ. Recommended approach, best for clarity, use attendance bands. So it is asking me to work on the column attendance band, right? Now in the steps, what it is asking, that use the attendance band column, means this column, because this is how we can see the distribution of attendance. And then it is saying that create a pivot table, the same thing that we have done. It is giving me instruction to do that. Create a pivot table in which I can keep attendance band at the row side and the count at the value side. I'll show you how we'll do that. Right, we'll go instruction by instruction, and then we can insert the chart and all. So let's do one thing. We are creating our dashboard here. I'll just rename this sheet as new dashboard. Okay, I'll do one thing. I will keep pivot table here only, but I'll hide it later on when my dashboard is going to be finished, right? So just to make things easy, I will not use any other sheet. So how I will do, as per the suggestion, I'll go to my data set. Just concentrate here if you are not. Go to my data set. I'll click on insert, similar pattern, click on pivot table. Yes, I want it to take reference or use a table range for me. I want it to place the pivot in my existing worksheet, if you remember, right? So I already have an existing worksheet where I want pivot table to be placed. So I go to that worksheet without closing this dialog box, because I need to tell it that where I want my pivot table to be placed. So I will go to this worksheet, data dashboard worksheet, and I'll just place my pivot table anywhere. Let's say here. Okay. And I will click on OK. So it will create a pivot table. Now, what is our objective? Our objective, as per the Copilot, the third instruction that it has given to me, that you need to basically put your attendance band at the row side. So we have these parameters that I can define: rows, columns, values, and filters. So right now I need 2 by 2 table where I need attendance band
at one column, that these are the bands that I'm taking into consideration, and I want to see that how many count of the student who are coming at, who are basically falling into different bands. So it means how I will get the count? I just will click on the student name, right? And I put the student name under the values. So it will count all the students who are falling in the different ranges. So if I go back to my data set, this is how it has done. It has gone to this attendance band, right? It has taken that what are the unique bands. So these are the 4 unique bands. So it has given me those unique bands. Now it has seen that how many students, for example, below 60%. So it has seen that how many students are coming below 60%. So I told it, filter the student who are below the 60%. So it has applied the same approach. So you can also see there are 3 students below 60%, and it is giving me the similar answers. Similarly, it has done for the other bands as well, right? If you remember in the previous, when we were working with the pivot table, right? We, after creating a pivot table, we can also see the similar thing on the chart itself. So now you have the pivot table. It's very easy to create a distribution chart. You can click inside the table. You can go to the insert, and you can either click on recommended chart, or you can, if you are very sure that column chart will work for me, because I am sure, because we have different categories, right? And column chart will give me perfect visualization. So I will click on column chart. I will just insert the column chart, and it gives me the chart for me. Now where I need to place this chart in my dashboard? Here in this section. So I will be placing the chart here. I can modify, just a second. Let me first put it here somewhere. And I can modify the chart as per my visuals and all, right? I'll do formatting later. For right now, just understand that, okay, this is how we can, we have created the chart with the help of pivot table, and maybe with our knowledge as well that we have done, and Copilot has helped us to remind the knowledge of whatever, right? So this is the first chart that I have. The next prompt that I can ask my Copilot is that, I can also ask that which visualization best highlight the high risk student. So basically what I'm trying to ask Copilot, that next chart that I want to create is the chart for high risk student, to see the count of high risk student. So I'm asking the Copilot that can you suggest me the best chart that can highlight this high risk student. I can also give him the option like column or pie. So because, for example, I know as per my knowledge that, okay, column chart give me the count of high risk student, and pie chart will give me the proportion or something. So I will ask Copilot, what do you think that which visualization will highlight the high risk student? So I'll ask, just choose between column and pie. So let me give the prompt. I'll also give this prompt to you in the chat. You can also work with it. Now it has started its reasoning. And let's see what answer it gives to us. It says a short answer is column chart, not pie. So it's very direct that, okay, use column chart. Why are you using pie chart? So if I know that, okay, column chart is good, I know how to create a column chart, but this time, which will be the targeted column for me? If I want to count the high risk student, what will be the targeted column for me? What should be the targeted column?
Progress status.
Performance status. Okay.
Performance status.
Great. Why do you think? Because we know that we have already this data set with us where we have basically counted our performance status. Okay. So what I will do, I'll just go back to my data set. I'll click anywhere and I'll just insert one more pivot table, because now I know I will not ask Copilot again. I'll place this pivot table into my dashboard sheet only, just for the simplification, and select the location and click on OK. Okay, so it will give me the pivot table space. Now this time I want to find out the performance status, means count of the high risk students. So I will click on performance status. So yes, there are two unique performance status values, that is high risk and okay. And what I want to do, I want to count the students who are falling under high risk and the students who are doing okay. So similarly, we can use the student name to count the students, and we need to put the student name under values, not under rows. So student name, it will count the student names who comes under high risk and who are performing okay. So I got this pivot table. Similarly, as I have counted for the band, I have counted for the performance status. What will be the next step? What do you think? What is the next step after this? What is the next step? Once I have the pivot table,
Selecting only the high risk students and then make the chart out of it.
it's just that, yeah, you can also do that. But for example, I want to see, you know, visualize both high risk and okay student. I can just click on anywhere in my chart, anywhere in my table, and insert the column chart, because it has suggested me to insert the column chart for this. And I got the visualization of high risk and the okay students. Easy. And place it in your dashboard section. Okay, so this is how we have kind of created our visualization. First of all, we have created our KPIs. This KPIs. Okay. Right now, I'm just minimizing it so that you can just see it, right? And later on, you can format it. And I want you to format your dashboard, this time, and show me that how you formatted it. Okay, so title can be weekly progress. You can add batch name, subject name, anything. And here we will add some slicer. Okay, so now we have the pivot table. Now I want you to show one thing. Let's close the Copilot for now. Now we will be adding some slicer here. Before adding slicer, I will add one more thing here, is the student name. So what I'll try to do, I will add one pivot table here. Because why I'm going to add pivot table? Because when you add slicer only work on pivots. So you will understand that why I added student's name here with the help of pivot table. So I'll go back to my data set. I'll click anywhere. I will insert pivot table. Go to my existing worksheet, that is new DB, and I ask it to add the pivot table here in this case, and okay. This time I will only use one thing, student names, not anything else. Okay, just for the simplification purpose so that you understand it better. So I'll just fetch the data of the student names from my original dataset. I'll also go to settings of this pivot table. Right click on your pivot table, click on show settings, and just unclick this rows and column grand total. I don't want any grand total here. It is not numerical value, right? So I will uncheck rows and column grand total. So this is what I got, right? So now I have KPIs. I have these charts and I have student names, right? Now I will add two slicer here. I'll add slicer based on attendance band. So the pivot table slicer only, right? So I want slicer for this and I want slicer for this. Okay. So I'll click on the first pivot table. I'll go to the insert and I will click on slicer and I will select that. Okay, I want attendance band slicer. Filter for attendance band. So I'll put this slicer here. Just reformat it. Or you can also do one thing, show settings. And you need to connect the slicer with all the pivot tables that you have. Sorry. All the pivot table that you can see right below. Just select all, means you are what you are trying to do, whenever you change value or select value from this slicer, it should change it should impact all the pivot tables that we have. Okay. So click all the pivot tables that you have created. And lastly, one more slicer for the performance status. So click on this pivot table of performance status and go to insert and click on slicer. And we want pivot table of performance status. It also put it here. Now, also click on settings of performance status and connect it with all the pivot tables that you have. Yes, you can change the formatting, the slicer. You can go to the slicer and you can change the color. Okay. Now, if I click on attendance band, let me see. I want to only see the students who are below 60%. So I'll click 60%. It will only show me the student names who are below 60%. Only the count of the students, like that is 3. You here, what you can do, you can also click on this chart, go to the format, and you can click on data labels outside end. So it will also show you the count. Same for this chart, format, data labels. So it will also show you the total of the students who are below 60% and student names and everything. So because we have connected with all the data, so whenever, whichever, for example, if you select 60% and high risk, same students are there. So what is the insight that we are getting? The students who are having less attendance, they are at high risk as well. So now I can ask Copilot. I'm so sorry, it is taking time. Till the time, I'll just share the checkout form with you. You can start filling it. It will take one or two more minutes. Are you okay till now? If you have any question, you can put in the chat till the time I'm sharing the checkout form.
Ma'am, I have one question. Like
Yes,
we
ma'am.
used to follow copy paste and we used to not for formula, but with this dashboard, which also ma'am has shared here, when I copy and did on my change, it is not coming the way the dashboard is created. So I gave some easy prompt at my level to understand, and now this Copilot is not working. So I'm
It's
not
not
able
working.
that yes, it is working very slow. It's taking time now. So mine it is not generated this dashboard.
So ma'am, basically whenever you're giving the prompt, are you not getting the exact answers or what? What is the thing that is
Hmm.
happening?
Answer is given. Now you are doing below that you get an option to add to sheet because it is linked with your this thing Excel, Microsoft
Yeah.
Excel. I have to copy and I have to put that for the formula one I did, but with this one na this dashboard, right? I'm not able to do that. When I copy and use it here, that is not coming. It's
Means when you are copying the chart from the web Copilot here, the interaction is not happening, right? If you are
Yes.
clicking here, so it will not happen. That is what I told you, right? Even if I have generated, when I was asked it to create a chart for me, it has created a chart for me in the form of picture, right? Then I told you, right, if you ask the Copilot, it will create a chart for you, but you will not be able to do any interaction between, because it is not creating it in the form of interactive chart. It is creating it in the form of image that is static, means you cannot interact with it. So that is why I have changed the prompt that suggests a way to create a chart. So in that when I change the prompt, it has given me the instruction that what you can do, you can put the pivot table, and then from there you can put the chart.
That's why we are using the pivot table.
Yeah,
Okay, fine,
to
fine.
do the interaction. Otherwise, we can copy paste, but that is not the right way. Yeah. So use the pivot table. Yeah. Because with the pivot table, it will interact with all the data that is happening in the
Now I got
dashboard.
it. Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. So I think I have shared the checkout form with all of you. One thing that is, every time I give you take home activity, but this time I am very serious. You people need to, whatever dashboard that we have created today, you need to reformat, means format it, beautifully, give the colors and everything, and create a beautiful, dashboard using these things only. And in the end, you need to put one insight and improvement plan. You can use the Copilot to generate an insight and improvement plan based on your dashboard. And you already have access to this lab manual. You can also get the prompts from here, that how you can use AI insight interpretation. Okay, so complete this lab, and I want to see the full-fledged lab based on this lab manual that is shared with you. So I think difficult thing we have already done. You just need the easiest part now. You just need to put the prompt and copy paste those things and show me in the next session. Are we okay with that? Yes, no, something. Don't sleep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So Rekha ma'am, if it is not opening, try again, because it is the same link that you use every time. Yes, Preeti ma'am. Anybody has any question? Last 2 minutes. If you don't have any question, you can switch on your camera. Just for a quick picture. I have not taken any picture today in the flow of the session. So camera, please. Just one picture. You can show your smiling faces. Great. So it's done from my side. Very, I am very grateful and appreciative that you are so patient, because these things may take time, but in the end of the day, they will really help you. But one thing that I need promise from your side, please practice these things back at our home, right? Otherwise, it will not give any fruitful result for you. Okay. So thank you for joining the session, and I hope that you found the session helpful. You can share your feedback in the chat, and you can also fill up the feedback form. And thank you for everything. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
What is the link about?
Thank you, ma'am.
It's the attendance link, ma'am.
Oh,
You need
it's
to
not
fill the
opening
checkout
for
form.
me. Yeah, it's not opening.
Is it not opening for you, ma'am? What's your name?
Mayura.
Ma'am, were you not using this link before in the previous sessions?
Yes.
Try to close all the browser, and then try to log in on your dashboard, LMS dashboard, and then try to open this link.
Dashboard. I have opened it. Yeah.
Okay. Should I close the session then?
Ma'am, last question. I want to ask a question.
Yes, Poonam ma'am.
Ma'am, when I joined this fellowship, I gave my email ID that is related to my work. जो organization में मैं हूँ उसका दिया, but now I want to give my personal email ID, because if someday I change my organization, then ये सारी videos मेरे पास नहीं रहेंगे. तो can I change my email ID?
हाँ जी, आप कर सकते हो. I think I'll ask Uma. She is in your WhatsApp group as well, right? So what you can do, just ping her on the personal chat. She will give you a way that how you can edit the email ID.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, no worries. So should I close the session now? Are we okay, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so
Yes, ma'am.
much.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes,
Thank you,
Good
ma'am.
night. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.